All right, look at this person right here. So this is a person who wants to watch my video and then critique how I do the video and what I could have done better, and I should have presented it a certain way, and I didn't do this and I didn't do that. Okay, if you're one of these people, then you, as soon as you notice it's not done the way you want it done, if you're just a mainstream normie and you're really into these characters, and I'm not going to give you the whole story about the character, just please immediately click off at the video and go somewhere else. Okay, I don't hit. You think I'm going to come on here all scripted like a character and just give you all, here's a story about how this guy died, just like every other video, normie video out there? No, this stuff is fake. Tune in if you want to see connections with other news stories that show these stories are fake. I do not care if I entertain you. I do not care if I talk the way you want me to talk. Do you understand? If you want to critique me, tell me, wow, I do see how it's fake and how all of that stuff's trending. I don't care about my comments were this and the way I spoke was that and blah, 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 blah. So if you're at Terry Schroeder 8556, uh, thank you, but no thank you. You can go watch some of the normie content out there, okay? So that's for you. So if you're here again, please bye. Okay, I'm not an entertainer. So I have this Paris Hilton story right here. I'm going to show you how this stuff is scripted and it's connected with all this other stuff going on right now. Okay, so she's like an heiress to like the Hilton Hotel family or whatever, however you say it, right? She's connected to those hotels. Okay, have you ever seen the Hilton? Right, and she had a reality show back in the day. Okay, she launches a recovery fund for women's business owners after disasters, and now this is trending. And you see the thumbnail with Michael Jordan, right? So I'll play this video here soon. But first off, do you understand she has the same birthday as Michael Jordan? Okay, Michael Jordan has been popping up in about every decode I've been doing. Jordan in the language in Gematria equals 26 and 62. Shout out to you, Richard West. That was a good point you made about now it's the year 26. And in Black History Month, there's like a Jordan attempted attack on his character with the AI video of him inappropriately touching the young one. Okay. So now Paris Hilton is trending kind of right around that same time. She has the Michael Jordan birthday. All right. Wow. She launches the pop culture star, advocate, and entrepreneur Paris Hilton launched an initiative Monday to support female small business owners impacted by disasters, a nationwide expansion of her philanthropic, however you say that word, support for women entrepreneurs after the wildfires in 2025 in LA. Okay, look, that's 2 weeks and 6 days after the birthday. And I told you it's the year 26, Jordan equals 26 and 62. All right. She is connected to somebody named Jordan as well, but it's not Michael Jordan. Paris Hilton glams up for night with friend Jordan Barrett. And that's like some years ago. But isn't that interesting? She is even donating $350,000 to kickstart the Back in Business Recovery Fund, right? I guess that's what this is called. With the goal to raise at least 1 million by the end of March. 350,000. Remember, Chicago Bulls guard Colin Sexton was fined 35,000 for flipping off the crowd. Right? Look, 35,000, 350,000, same numbers. Remember, Chicago equals 35. Sexton, Hilton, Paris Hilton had a sex tape. Do you get it? And that game against Brooklyn, the Nets, remember Michael Jordan, born in Brooklyn. I just noticed, by the way, too, look at the score of that game. Combined 238 points when Michael Jordan equals 238 in the language. But we're talking about Paris Hilton. And does that make sense? Okay. Has what I said made sense? Notice she's even age 45 right now. Okay. And Michael Jordan came out of retirement wearing number 45, right? So now I'll play this video.
Hey there, folks. Today, we are diving into a story that's not just about celebrity philanthropy, but about the power of community with her support for women-owned businesses. But there's a deeper narrative here that I find incredibly inspiring. So, Paris Hilton has just launched a nationwide initiative to back female small business owners affected by disasters. This comes after her own experience with the 2025 LA fires, where she lost her Malibu home. What makes this story fascinating is that Hilton is not just writing a check, she's creating a movement. She's donating $350,000 to start the Back in Business Recovery Fund, aiming for $1 million by March. This is personal for her, and it's a big deal. You see, Hilton understands the impact of these disasters on communities, especially on women-led businesses. She wants to lift them up, shine a spotlight on them, and make a tangible difference. And this isn't her first rodeo. After the LA fires, she and her partners distributed $1 million in grants to 50 women-owned businesses, helping them get back on their feet. Imagine losing your home and then stepping up to help others in the same situation. That's powerful. One of the grant recipients.
That's a cringe video right there. Right? Is that me critiquing a video? It's because it's AI, man. It's just kind of cringe right there. But back over here, this guy even is trending. And look, this guy coached the LA Kings and he got fired, Jim Hiller. So that's a LA connection because they're talking about the LA wildfires with Paris Hilton here. And look, Hiller like Hilton, right? Hiller like Hilton, Sexton like Hilton. You see the number connections, right? You see the Jordan connections. You see the same birthday. Again, we're in the year 26. Jordan equals 26, right? So do you see how that makes sense right there? It does to me. And I think I have a few more slides. I do, because even Tyreek Hill is trending. Hill like Hilton. And his birthday was a few days ago. You see that? Where is the ideal landing spot for Tyreek Hill? Trending. And again, on top of that, his birthday was a few days ago. And Tua Tagovailoa is trending because he's going to be released by the Dolphins. as well. And his birthday is one day after Tyreek Hill. And they both got the T. They're both connected to the Dolphins right there. Again, I'm here to show you that these stories are fake. And when you get a new trending story, it just syncs up with the last and every other one that you haven't looked at yet. Okay? These events aren't happening. Yeah, you'll see these new characters, or excuse me, you'll see these characters with new teams. They'll be playing roles with new teams, but none of this stuff is real. Do you understand? Even Tua has the second month of the third day birthday. That's a 23 that connects with Michael Jordan as well. So do you see how this stuff all connects? And on a more simple decoding structure here, this is the language and four base ciphers. Letters have numerical values. Look at that. Recovery Fund has the 156, like Paris Hilton, even 66 and 60. That's 3 out of 4 basic ciphers with the language. And that's the whole point of the story. She launches a recovery fund for women business owners after disasters that occur. Even bowls equals 66, okay? Michael Jordan with 6 championships, right? 6'6" Michael Jordan. These numbers have been trending a lot lately. Remember, I think Bowles equals 33 and Michael equals 33 as well, if I remember correctly. Look at the 3s and the 6s. Michael Jordan, the Bulls, right? Bulls, horns, 666, Satan. LeBron wore number 6 when he went to the Heat and won a championship. Heat like hell. We're seeing these numbers a lot. Look at that. 33, 30, 63, 36, 60, 66. Britney Spears had those numbers, and that's another blonde. And these are like these were young stars in Hollywood. Okay? Remember Christina Applegate trending. So all of these young blonde, like kind of younger, they portray as kind of sex figures, are trending all of a sudden. Okay? Britney Spears equals 63. She was arrested for DUI, supposedly, right? On the 63rd day of the year. Her birthday, the 336th day of the year. And it was a 93-day span. And Britney, 93 and 39. Spears equals 39. So look at, those are like 63, 36. You see that? Right? So there's something with these numbers. Okay? So was that, I mean, that should be semi-basic for you. And you see the Bulls with the 66 right there. Even Bulls has the 6'9", Bulls 33. Um, Hilton's got the 33 again. Remember, I believe it's Michael that has the 33. We can go check right now. Just kind of clarify that a little bit. Michael's got the 33, and there's that 39, which is like 36, like 93. You see that? Right? So that's how Michael Jordan factors in to this story right now. And again, LeBron James trending right now. He's connected to Michael Jordan. I'm trying to pull up the Paris Hilton article because I don't have it here right now. Here it is right here. Launches recovery fund for women business owners after disasters. Oh yeah, and yesterday was 3/9, or the ninth day of the third month, right? So I'll just like to scroll down and just to see if anything else kind of pops right now. I'm not going to go over the whole article. So anybody offended by that, hey, I'm not going to go down and read this whole script. I'm just going to break it down as simple as I see it, and I'll just scroll down to see if any numbers or anything else pops. Maybe somebody named Michael or something like that, which I'm not seeing. And look, they give us, this is just the computer pumping out this story, okay? By a code. So everything in here, look, 39%. Look at that right there. You see that? That's exactly what we were just talking about. Where did it go? Look at right there. While there are 14.5 million women owned businesses in the US, a 39% share, according to Wells Fargo, women and especially minority women receive disproportionately less investment than men through venture capital and loan financing. You can see how boring that sounds. But look, there's that 39%. Okay. And the article is 3/9. So that's a big script right there. You see? It's exactly what I'm talking about. Okay. So I hope, I don't hope, it is what it is, but can you see what I see with these stories? You know, do people have TikTok brain out there? I'm sure they do. That was the whole design. There, you could go down this character and you could find other connections. I've pointed it out before. She's got the middle name Whitney, probably connected to Whitney Houston. Houston's got the H like Hilton. Remember, Houston equals 112 like Chicago Bulls. She's born in New York City. New York equals 39, okay, y'all? New York equals that 39. Look, you see that? And I brought that up during my video I made about March 9, 3/9 energy. There it is right there. There's that 33. Okay? Appreciate y'all. Paris Hilton, a part of this script. Fake world, Michael Jordan connected. Until next time.